Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, the Thenyanight. Here on my channel, we talk all things Marvel, games, movies, TV shows, whatever's going on. You'll hear it here first. As always, I'm your host, the Thenyanight. Today we're talking Spider-Man PS4. I know, a video about Spider-Man PS4 with Avengers gameplay. But shut up, it's fine. I can do whatever I want. Okay, so Spider-Man PS4 came out 2018, had 3 DLC packs, 1 playable character, 40-something skins, all over. Pretty good game, looking down. But then when you get to the game, you see the story. The story of this game was original by Insomniac. It was perfect. It was like the perfect amount of emotion. It had the great gameplay, amazing characters, and just this video we're just gonna go over what I liked, what I disliked, and my hopes for Spider-Man 2. So let's get right into it. Starting off in the game, you are Peter Parker, of course, because it's a Spider-Man game. And Peter Parker has been Spider-Maning it up for about 8 years now. So he's pretty experienced with his villains. So he's already had villains like Scorpion, Vulture, Shocker, Rhino, all these guys, Electro, stuff like that. So in this game, we see Peter living in his broke apartment and just being Spider-Man, and he goes to stop the crime lord Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin. And when he defeats Kingpin, we see that Kingpin says, "I was the one who kept order in this city because he's the Kingpin of crime." I mean, it's not like the Kingpin of crime keeps the crime down or something like that. Spider-Man, you know your history. Pablo Escobar, look at that. But yeah, and Kingpin going to prison causes a lot more crime to happen. More thugs want to establish themselves as the new big bad of the city. And that's just the general premise of the game. And now, the next part. Okay, so after Peter takes down Kingpin, he gets a call about a break-in in a museum. And there we find out about the demons. The demons are these villains that are trying to establish themselves as the new big bads in New York City at the time. And while he's there, he sees MJ. MJ, of course, is his girlfriend. They were dating, but then they broke up. Boo-hoo, poor Peter. But he sees MJ there, gets flustered and stuff like that. And he takes down the demons there. And we find out that the leader of the demons is Peter's aunt's boss, Martin Lee. Martin Lee runs a charity called Feast, where he feeds the homeless people, which just makes it even more crazy that he's the main villain. Like, he's a big bad guy. Pretty crazy. That it's always the good guys that are turned into the bad guys, isn't it? Just, that sucks. Can't have good guys in this world. After taking down the demons, Peter has a talk with MJ. They don't really make up, but they do kind of start talking again, which is pretty cool. And then Peter just goes out, meets Taskmaster, and then we see him meet Jefferson Davis. As most of you should know, if you really even care about Spider-Man news in the last couple of years, Jefferson Davis is the father of Miles Morales, which is the other Spider-Man. Jefferson Davis is investigating a outhouse thing where not an outhouse, I don't know what it is. It's like a warehouse that the demons have just ransacked. And so Spider-Man goes there and they search it. They find out the demons stole guns and all that and good stuff, yada yada yada. And then when they break out, there's Peter tries to stop a big gasoline truck from falling into the train tracks, and Jefferson Davis saves him by crashing his car into the demon that was about to hit Peter. And he survives, and the next day he gets an award from Mayor Osborn. And that goes bad. The demons bomb the award ceremony, and Jefferson Davis sadly dies there. But that's when we find out that Martin Lee is Mr. Negative, the big bad guy of the demons. Then more story happens. Peter and MJ break up again. We get a Black Hat teaser for the DLC. What else happens? Let's skip forward a bit. So I forgot to tell you, Peter works for his boss Otto Octavius. Not destined to become a supervillain or anything, but Otto gets his work shut down because he's not being safe because Peter was late. It's all freaking Peter's fault. But yeah, he gets his work shut down working on prosthetics for people because of the safety regulations. He's all mad about that. He decides that he's gonna break supervillains out of prison because the thing is messing with his head. The octopus arm's messing with his head, making him go crazy. And he gets a hold of this thing called GR27, aka Devil's Breath, which is like a toxin gas thing that like causes people to get sick and like infects the whole city with it. And then the city's full of the Sinister Six. Vulture, Rhino, Scorpion, Electro, Doc Ock, and who was the other one? Mr. Negative, of course, Mr. Negative. So he breaks them all out, and they're just wreaking havoc on the city. Peter's got to take them down. He does all that jazz. People are able to synthesize a cure for it, but then Aunt May is getting sick from this. So Peter has to choose to either save Aunt May or everyone else in the whole city, and he chooses to save the city, which is just sad. Aunt May dies from the sickness caused by the Devil's Breath. R.I.P. Aunt May. Other news, Miles Morales gets bitten by the spider, and then he finds out that he got spider powers. The sequel, Spider-Man Miles Morales, came out. All that good stuff. And then, yeah. Also, there was this whole side story about Silver Sable. I'm not going to really talk about that. Just like the main stuff. Just go look for someone else who's talking about that. And, yeah. We find out all. Okay, now let's talk Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 hopefully will be coming out by 2023. But Sony hasn't said anything about it yet, sadly. So Spider-Man 2, of course, is going to star Peter. Probably Miles too. As the two Spider-Men. And in the past 2 games, we saw teasers for both Green Goblin and Venom. I think Venom's going to be the main villain. Green Goblin's going to be the secondary villain like Silver Sable was for the first one, but the big bad was actually Otto Octavius. So I think Venom's going to be the big bad, Harry Osborn. We find out that Harry Osborn got sick, but his dad didn't want him to die, so he like experimented on him and put him in a tube and like did stuff to him. Yeah. So I think for sure we're going to see Venom. And I really hope to see Spider-Gwen. We haven't had any solid evidence for Spider-Gwen. But in the like post-credit scene of Spider-Man 1, we heard Miles talking about this girl he met. Who knows who that girl is, but probably not Spider-Gwen. I would love to have Spider-Gwen as a character though, because that'd be so cool to have 3 spider people in it. Be fun. And then, I don't know what they could do, because it's New York. You know, Spider-Man's domain is New York. How would they add more free roam than just New York? Maybe, like, just give us more, like, accessibility in New York. Open up more buildings. I don't know. Give us more places to swing. Maybe open it up to, like, the other New York islands. It's next gen. Then next gen can handle a lot more and still look just as good. So, yeah. Of course, increase the suits. Of course, more MCU suits, more of the other suits too, like the Venom suit, be cool. And yeah, just give us a lot more content in the first game and the first 2 games. And yeah, that's probably about it. Spider-Man 2, everybody. Hopefully coming soon. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, please do. We get bigger in this platform, and have an amazing day. See you later.